Darrell, this video is for you. You remember me, your old neighbor from Factoria? I had a random memory this morning on the way to work, random memory out of nowhere, and it got me agitated, and I posted a video, and it wasn't very good. I was a lot of F this, F that. But I was suddenly like frustrated again about something that I'd completely forgotten about. Do you remember Jack, your friend Jack? Did you know it's been like 8 or 9 years, but I stopped by Greg's house one afternoon, and Jack was there, and he was stranded. He had no way home, and he was trying to talk Greg into giving him a ride home. And Greg looked at me and was like, dude, could you please do me a solid, man? I just don't feel like... I was like, yeah, no problem. Jack, I got you. I took Jack home to Renton, the opposite direction of where I was going, 25 minutes out of my way, downtown Renton. I was heading towards Redmond. And we get there, and I wanted to hit him up for a couple of bucks. And the reason why is because I wanted to get a 40 of Old English, and I didn't have my wallet with me. And I explained that to him, like, hey, man, you got a couple of bucks for the ride. Just, I don't have my wallet on me. He is so like aghast and righteously indignant and just $2. What? $2? $2 for? I give you $2. Hey, $2. God damn. I remember I was just like, forget about it, man. Forget I said anything. Like it was kind of crazy. And then I kind of forgot about it, you know. And it was probably like 5 or 6 months later, I went to visit Greg again. This is the next time I ever saw Greg. And Greg immediately tells me that Jack has been by. He just saw Jack a few weeks ago. And I got to apologize, man. Like, he just went off the board about this $2. I guess you asked him for $2. And, like, he's like, do you want some money? Like, I'll give you some money for that ride. No, don't worry about it. But I guess Jack had gone off the fucking board, just complaining about $2. Like, can you believe he asked me for $2? And I guess Greg at some point, just kind of like, wait. So to make sure that I got this clear, he gave you a ride out of his way to Renton, and you're upset about $2? About $2 that he asked you for? All I know about Jack really is that I've seen him a couple of times around, said hey, you know, nodded when he's with you. I don't really know who he is. I know he's a short Jewish dude, got that kind of the hair, chest hair showing, and the chain, the grease back hair, and the leather jacket. Kind of just looks like a douche, you know, to be honest. And he kind of is. The reason why I say that is because I've had one other interaction with him aside from that one. And that was way back in the day, like 1994 or whatever. My mom had taken a trip to Spain. Do you remember that? And you had asked her if you could borrow her car for that weekend. She was gone for 2 weeks. And she said yes, gave you the keys. And you kept that car. And you kept driving it. And she was due to be home like in a few days. And I was figuring like you need to get the car back. And I don't remember how we ended up there, but you were in my driveway with Jack standing next to you. And I had said something like, we were talking. I was like, hey, Darrell, time to get that car back. Let's get that car back. And Jack, without even really looking away from me, was just in your ear like, fuck this guy, dude. Fuck him, man. That ain't his fucking car. Fuck him, dude. Fuck him. Do you remember that? Because I really expected you to be like, yeah, of course. Because I hadn't said anything. Like, I was with you. Like, it was a nice car. And it was cool that you were having fun with it, you know. I didn't want to be the one to spoil that party. But I kind of felt like as a son, like, yeah, my mom's being taken advantage of a little here. It's time for me to step up. Like, hey, let's get the car back, you know. And I expected she'd be like, of course, yeah, here you go. And I think that you would have without Jack in your ear. But with him in your ear, you're kind of... I remember you just kind of... You weren't sure. Like, you could see the cogs working in your head. You weren't quite... Could I keep the car? What leverage do I have? Whatever. Just because of that dude in your ear. And it was... I really was something that struck me, like, as intensely, insanely awkward. Like, it was really weird. I remember just being like, what? Who am I? Like, it's my fucking mom. That's her car. And you're going to give it back. That's who I am. And it was the most bizarre thing to see both of you just sitting there kind of trying to figure out how you're going to work it out. And I don't think you would have been like that without Jack in your ear. I hope that you lost that fucking loser. That guy was just the biggest douchebag. I don't think I've ever met anybody that's as intensely emblematic of just all that is douchebaggery. Like, he is just a horrible, horrible dude. And yeah, and I was thinking about that this morning. Like, how weird that was, that $2, man. Like, Greg said something about really kind of epitomizing the stereotype there, you know. And I don't mean to be racist or anything, but yeah, that was really weird, dude. It was not $3, no, it was $2. And I'd explained to him, just don't want to have to go home and get my my wallet and then run back out. And he's just like, "Are you fucking out of your mind? Hey, you get $2." It was crazy. I hope that you don't have nothing more to do with him. But if you do, tell him I said to fuck off. I'm sure he's still the same way that he's always been. Don't do that. But I hope that you're not with it. But I hope that you're well. Otherwise, I've not seen or heard from you for quite a while. You left me a comment on a video, like to reach out, and then I haven't heard back from you since. But my phone number is the same that it's been for the longest time, so I'm available there. And yeah, you remember that? You remember that whole thing? Did he ever tell you about the $2 and complain about how crazy it was? I'd ask him for $2 for giving him a ride. All right, man. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye.